Hey, Walter Sorrells back with another Knife Makers Friday 5. Today, a little bit of channel business and all about drills. So first, catching you up on a couple things. I've really been kind of slow on getting videos out the last couple of weeks, just really been inundated with knife making projects. And so I'm now going to be trying to catch up a little bit. So hopefully we'll be getting out more videos in the next couple of weeks, really pumping them out. Another thing I'm really excited about that we're going to be initiating here for the channel in concert with our Patreon page is I'm going to be starting to put plans for some of the projects that we do on Patreon. So if you become a Patreon member and support the channel, and it can be at any level, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on it, but if you help support the channel on Patreon, you're going to have access to plans for a whole bunch of projects that we do here. I'm just getting started on this, so if you jump in there today, you're only going to find the latest project, which is this little knife maker scribe that I just did. But over time, I'm going to be accumulating more and more plans, so that if you want to do a project that I've just done, you can go in, look at those plans. They'll be in PDF form, and you'll have all the dimensions and all the materials and all that kind of good stuff, and you can take it back to your shop and kind of jumpstart your own little project. By the way, I'm going to be giving away this latest project that I did to somebody who subscribes to Patreon in the next couple of months. Basically, I'll just do kind of a little random drawing, and I'll announce who the winner is on another one of these Friday 5s. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the meat of today's video. I'm going to be talking about drills. Now, of course, the most basic drill is the hand drill. This is an electric one. You can use the good old brace and bit. That's another possibility. As you start to, accumulate some skill as a knife maker, you may want to get more complex drills. And so let me talk a little bit about what kinds of drilling machines there are out there and what the benefits would be to you as a knife maker. So the first thing that a drill does, obviously, is makes a hole. Now, you can make a hole that is just exactly the same with a hand drill, a brace and bit, a drill press, a mill drill, or a knee mill, Bridgeport, vertical milling machine, whatever you want to call it, and even a CNC machine, which is kind of the fanciest version of vertical milling. All of those will drill a hole, and they'll all, in a sense, drill the same kind of hole. So what's the advantage of moving up the ladder from that hand drill to the drill press to the mill drill to a vertical mill? Well, the first big jump, and probably the biggest jump of all, is from a hand drill to a drill press. In knife making, one of the most important things is that you're able to make things square. And one of the important kinds of square things that you want to make are holes. You want to make holes that go through both sides of a knife, let's say to put pins in, just as a for instance, or maybe if you're making a folding knife, you want to drill a hole for the pivot. And if those holes are drilled cattywampus, meaning if they're drilled a little off center or out of square, then your pivot's not going to work right. The blade's going to knock against the side of your frame. Your pins will be on sort of different locations on both sides of your handle, whatever it might be. So if you can step up from a hand drill to a drill press, big advantage there. Now, the nice thing about drill presses is they're big floor stand models with huge industrial 3-phase motors and all that sort of thing. But you can go down to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever big box store and buy a desktop or tabletop type drill press that's really quite effective and will do a real good job for you for not that much money. You can find them on Craigslist and eBay and all sorts of things, and really don't have to spend a ton of money. So I highly recommend, if you're really getting started on as a knife maker, really want a drill press. It's really one of the foundational tools of knife making. So what are the benefits of stepping up from a drill press to a mill drill? Well, let's talk a little bit about what a mill drill is. A mill drill is kind of a halfway point between a vertical milling machine and a drill press. The mill drill has a table that you can move in what are known as the X and Y dimensions. And that movement can be very precise, and so you can measure certain distances, reproduce those distances, and make sure that, let's say you want to have certain spacing between two pins on your handle or something, you can very accurately drill those two positions and repeat them over and over on a number of knives. Now, if you step up from a mill drill to a Bridgeport, sometimes also known as a knee mill, what else do you get? Well, the difference between the mill drill and the classic Bridgeport is that on a mill drill, the column itself moves up and down, or I should say the head, which has the motor and the spindle, moves up and down on the column. With a knee mill or Bridgeport, the entire table itself moves up and down. So what do you get when you step up from a mill drill to a Bridgeport? Well, you get a little more precision, a more kind of industrial quality machine. The one major disadvantage of big industrial milling machines is that they typically come in three-phase rather than single-phase power. Most residential locations, certainly in North America anyway, do not have access to three-phase. And so if you're going to buy a Bridgeport, you're going to have to figure out something in terms of your power supply. Okay, so just a quick summary here. If you're just getting started as a knife maker, I strongly recommend that you do go ahead and buy a drill press. Like I say, you can get fairly cheap ones, bench type models that will do really an excellent job for you. If you do buy one, I strongly recommend buying a drill vise. Beyond that, you'll find huge benefits in getting mills. Mills do a lot of things besides drill, and so they're the kind of tool that you buy and then you find a million uses for. But they do make drilling more precise, easier to do. But when you're just getting started, really no need for those at all. And it's quite a big jump in money from, say, a benchtop drill press to a mill drill or a Bridgeport. So I hope you enjoyed this little overview of some of the kinds of devices you can use to make little holes and things. Should be back next week or maybe the week after with another Knife Makers Friday 5. See you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. If you feel like you got something out of this video, don't forget to subscribe. Also, click on the link to Patreon for a great way to give back to the channel. Plus, check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Links in the description. If you want something sharp and pointy, maybe a gift for yourself or one of the cooler people in your life, check out my Tactics Armory website and pick up one of our tactical or outdoor knives. And finally, if you want to learn to make Hamones or Japanese swords, check out WalterSorrellsBlades.com, where you can find videos about how I make Hamones, as well as forging, mounting, polishing, and fittings for Japanese swords. Thanks, and see you soon.